So my first question is, where do you guys primarily get these reused clothes from?
Okay, normally the used clothes that we collect is come from our donation bins. We call it a 1 shoot bin, 2 shoot bin, 4 shoot bin. Our donation bin is white in color that we put in public for people to donate the used clothes, the unwanted clothes to charity purpose. So instead they are throwing the used clothes to the landfill, they put the used clothes into the recycle bin, and then we take the clothes from the recycle bin, we bring to a factory to give a second life. Basically everything that you see in here is the used clothes that people don't want anymore. If this all the used clothes not come here, it will immediately come to the landfill, went to the landfill. So basically, we are saving Malaysia by prolong the lifetime of Malaysia landfill. Maybe Mr. Chris want to add.
No, that is correct. Perfect what Zaki is saying.
Yeah. So basically, also we have a few program with the community. For example, taman perumahan, masjid, all the residential area that wants to do used clothes campaign. So also we cooperate with that type of programs. We send truck to pick up the used clothes donated by the public. Okay. So that's how we get the material that used in our factory.
Oh, thank you. Even from overseas,
Mhm.
because some of the clothes are from like Australia, so you use the same method by using the bin, the specialized bins.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So for the next question, I would like to ask, what is the current technology that is used for making these recycled clothes?
Maybe Mr. Chris can advise with that question.
There are a few processes. Technically, we do not make a new garments, but what we do is we have several ways of prolonging the life of the garments. Number one is it is sold overseas as wearable clothing. So in many countries in the world, they still prefer, like Malaysians like the bundle, yeah, baju terpakai. So the same thing happens in many countries around the world. Many countries in Africa, they can buy new clothing. But, like you go to the Pasar Malam and you buy a 5 ringgit t-shirt, how long does it last? The quality is low, so people they have the option in many African countries to buy the used clothing. And they do buy the used clothing. So that is number one. People use it as a wearable garment. Number two, we have an operation where we cut up the cotton material and we reprocess it and package it as cleaning rags. So that is sold for machinery works, engineering works, print shops, mechanical uses. Like when you wash your car at the car wash, they'll use a t-shirt material, for example. So we supply a lot of that. We send about 250,000 kilos per month of that back to Australia, primarily as cleaning rag. Then we send a lot of material to India, where it is reprocessed. It's made into blankets, for example, where they reprocess the cotton, the acrylics, and the wool, and they mix that with new fibre, and they make blankets. Also, in a lot of jackets. So if you go to a cold climate, which is not easy to do in Malaysia, but they will wear the jackets. So if you have the jackets or the bed cover that has the fill inside of it, it has the lining. Most of that is, a percentage of that is recycled material. So instead of using virgin cotton to do the lining, they will do it, they may add 30% or 50% or 60% recycled material. The same as the bantal.
Yeah, like pillow.
Pillow. So most of the pillows, unless you pay a lot of money, are recycled material inside. And then we also work with companies in Ipoh who burn the material to run the cement works. Yeah? So they mix the different materials together, and they will use that. They break it down into very small pellets, and they burn that to make cement. Okay, so there are the many different aspects of what we do, and we have a very, very low percentage. We cannot say we are 100% zero waste because it's almost impossible at the moment to have every single piece recycled. But our non-recyclables is certainly under 2%, and I think it's closer to being about 1%. So we are very conscious of not sending material to landfill. So we are looking for options all of the time. And I've been into, say, Africa many times, and into the markets there, and the garments get many more years of reuse. So they appreciate that because they prefer to buy the used clothing because generally the quality is better. So
Okay, so for my next question, how long usually these recycled clothes can last?
How long the second clothes can last?
well, I could answer that.
Aye.
It depends on the garment. It depends on the material. Many of them will last for years, such as, for example, chadar, bed covers, curtains, bed sheets. Again, in Africa, every family with their children, they had their special clothes that they wear to the masjid or they wear to the church. On the Sunday, they have their special clothes for family outings, and they only wear those maybe once a week. So as long as we have normal wear, those fabrics will last for years. The recycled material that goes into the pillows or into blankets, that also lasts for years. And again, many of those items then, when they are no longer wearable, we get many old items as well that come here that are already worn out. So if they are cotton based, like your t-shirt, we can cut it up. Did Enor show you the cutting operation? You saw the cutting. So they're cutting it up, and that is going to be used as a cleaning rag. And also in Australia, they cannot just dispose of that to landfill. That also goes and gets broken down and reprocessed as well. So we are keeping material out of landfill in some cases for perhaps anywhere from 6 months to 20 years. And the most important thing is that without doing that, the amount of material that would end up in landfill is huge. I don't have the figures because that's not my side of the operation. But the landfills would fill up very quickly because a significant percentage of what's in landfill is recyclable. The textiles, the baju, plastics, paper, wood, food. Food is a big issue in landfills as well. So we are very conscious of that, and it is very much a part of what we do to make sure that we are always trying to absolutely minimise the waste. So anyway, 6 months to 20 years is the time frame for how long these can be reused. And then they come around again, they come back in fashion. When I was a young man, they're starting to wear things I was wearing when I was a young man. The flared trousers. I have photos from the 1970s of me wearing those, and then they come back in fashion. Now H&M is selling the sort of things I wore 40 years ago. So, did that help?
Yeah, it helps a lot. Okay.
You have any more questions?
So what are the policies or best practices that you all guys did to lay a solid foundation that enables this project to be carried out successfully?
Okay, LSCM policy or practice is simple. We are transparent to everyone, which means we don't have anything to hide in this factory. There are some recycle factory that take what they can sell and throw to the landfill, but they are unable to sell. But different story can happen in LSCM. which means everything that we collect, we try as our effort, what we could, give a second life to each government that people don't want anymore. We give a new life to the government. So the best practice is we always be transparent and we practice what we say. Which means we do not say any, the other thing and we make other thing. No, we do not like that. If we say we are true recycle, we are give second life to the textile, that's what we do. And we are transparent to everyone. Any media can come, even though local council, Majlis Kebanaran Club, are free to come to our factory to check whether we are obeying the environmental policy with the DOSH, with the workers, all we are transparent and we follow all Malaysia regulation and law. That is our practice to survive in this industry.
One important point to answer that question is that we train our staff. So we train our staff in identifying the different items that they have to deal with every day. So we process, maybe 45 ton, 45,000 kilograms coming in every day, and then that moves through our process here. And we invest a lot of time and energy in training and monitoring our staff so they are making the correct decisions. So they pick it up and they go, well. It's not easy.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, some items are straightforward, like a t-shirt or a shirt, but there is skirts and dresses, blouses, underwear, single socks, single shoes.
Single shoe.
Single shoes, for example, we sell to Pakistan, and they have such demand that up in the outstation, up in the mountains or in the farming areas, people working on the farms don't really care as long as the two shoes are similar and they fit them. So the best practice is training, because our staff handle many different items. If you spend a few minutes at a table and you watch them, you will see they are handling many pieces. And what we do is we train them on how to handle them, how to process them. They all are taught how to handle garments the same way so that they can make the best decisions in the quickest possible time. And a lot of the material that we sell, we lose money on. But we sell it rather than dumping it, because that is a part of what we do. We are a responsible business in that sense. For example, the material that goes to India. We cut a lot of pieces up, and even the offcuts, the small pieces, we sell to India. But we get we get for a few cents, but we pay a lot more to process it. So we could take that material, and as soon as we see it, we could just throw it out straight away, because we know it's worth less than what we paid for it. But as part of our business mentality and business philosophy, we then dispose of that responsibly and we ship it to India, where they have a big industry reprocessing it. But it doesn't make us any money. It just minimises what we send to landfill.
I think that's all we're gonna ask for today, and thank you for answering the questions.
You're welcome. Zaki's very good.
Yep.
And just so you know, guys, what I'm wearing here, apart from my kasut, this is all from our factory. The seluar dalam is Parkson. Okay, but everything else is recycled.
All bundle.
All bundle stock.
Yeah.
So my children grew up wearing bundle stock until they got old enough to say, "Dad, I want Billabong."
Yeah.
But we have Billabong as well.
Yeah. And basically it's wear different shirt every day.
Yeah, but they're all from bundle.
Yeah.
So it's a very worthwhile business, a very worthwhile industry.
Yeah.
What we are doing.
You notice that the recycle bin inside UM,
Yeah,
we have around 10 or plus, not mistaken. So this is the behind story of the bin, because the public just see the bin the white bin. So this is what we do from the bin. This is the behind story. Yeah. It's not a easy task. It's a very complex method to figure out and to give a second life to each cloth.